Hello everyone, Vito's A32 back with another video. This is a deck review slash card class on Private Reserves. We got the Fulton's Clip Joint Private Reserve deck, and this, if you're not sure what that is a Madison Rounder Private Reserve. We'll start off with this one. You're not going to see any differences in this one from the standard Fulton's deck. It just says Fulton's Clip Joint playing cards on the front, some nice silver foil, and some embossing. Fulton's Clip Joint, Los Angeles, California on one side, and that is embossed. Everything is embossed. The other side says distributed by the D&D Playing Card Company. On the top, I think it says Fulton's, I'm not sure. It looks like it's the same writing as what you see there, but for some reason they foiled it and then they put a seal over it. Then again, it is just resin. Bottom, embossing says Cambridge 37, made in USA. The back is exactly the same as the front. And this is the Private Reserve part of the deck, a seal. The standard ones that they've sold did not have this seal. This is it's rare, but it's not really any difference outside of that. You get some embossing on the flaps. Then we get to the cards. You got this double-sided ad card that I threw on the floor because it's more entertaining that way. One side it says Fulton's Clip Joint, City of the Angels, 1946. Actually, it looks more like Ingalls. That's not how you spell angel, really. It's not where I'm from. And on the other side, it says bums rush given to rule breakers and line steppers, and there's some rules there if you don't want to get a bum rush. And this card just says it was designed by Brad Fulton, produced by Dan and Dave Buck, illustrated by hand by Dan Phillips. And then the back design, pretty cool. I like it. Probably why I opened this one. Number cards do have that funky pip on each one, just like the previous deck, at least from what I can recall. Court cards, standard, slight customization in the colors, very slight. Aces have the custom pips on them. And the jokers look like Siamese cats, mirror imaged, and they're both identical. Ace of Spades, it says the D&D Playing Card Company at the bottom with the custom pip. And here's your Ace of Hearts and your Ace of Diamonds. And the second Joker, which is identical to the first. That's it. You get a bicycle stock, air cushion type finish. I know some people were less than pleased with the finish on the Fulton Clip Joint. I'm not sure if this one has a better finish or not. What I do know is that the only difference that I can tell, that I can recall from this version, the Private Reserve, to the standard one is a black seal. Now the other one, you're probably a little bit less familiar with, is Daniel Madison Private Reserve. The front of the box, nothing. Go figure. On the sides, nothing. Top says Madison Rounders. On the bottom, you got the Illusionist logo. Go figure. Don't know why that's there, but it is. And in the back, you see, well, the back design basically. No seal. And then the flap just says JL. Inside, you do get the Poker Hands guide. And I believe Daniel Madison stacks this deck in this order, but I'm not 100% sure. The back is a scarlet red Madison Rounder. Nothing too overly dramatic, although the color might be a little bit darker than the other ones, I'm not sure. You do also get a double backer. Number cards, completely standard. Court cards, the usual. Although there is one female court card that is, what is it, Lana Del Rey? I'm not sure. Don't believe it's either one of those. I believe that's her. I'm guessing. I'm not 100% sure. But she's the only one who looks different. And I'm going a little bit backwards here. Jokers. They are the same as in his previous deck. You see that Blackbird, Raven, whatever it is, Crow. I think it's a crow actually. It says the Joker on top. You see the crow blindfolded. It's playing with some coins or poker chips, and you see it, Daniel Madison logo on one of them. And the other, same thing, except you now see a 9 of clubs reveal, which again is a little bit difficult to read, to see, I think. But definitely better than the switchblade knife. And then your ace of spades, just the same as the others. Madison Rounders Private Reserve, the United States Playing Card Company. That's the one difference. It says Private Reserve in the bottom instead of Caveat Emptor, I think is what it usually says. These were designed or created specifically by Daniel, for Daniel, yet he's selling them. He actually teased on his Facebook page, available never. And then he turns around and he's selling them on eBay for $500 each. I got this because I'm friends with somebody on Facebook that is friends with him. So I was able to trade for one or two. I'm not even sure if I got one more coming. I believe I do. But anyways, apparently, to my understanding, they have a B stock, although I can't really tell the difference. I do know that they handle good. They look good. And they are rare. There's going to be 2,500 of them made, but you're not going to see very many of them for sale. Just the occasional ones. I think he's had some bricks for sale. On occasion, he'll throw a sale up on his website, just at random. But, again, pricey. A couple $100, whatever. But anyways, it is what it is. Which one of these would I recommend for you? Probably, if I had to, this one, just because it's nicer and it's actually different. This one I couldn't recommend to you at all because it's exactly the same as a regular Kryptonite. It's just a different seal. It's just a gimmick that's written as labeled as a private reserve, and just feel a little bit ripped off with it. This one, I can't say that much. I mean, it's really expensive. I didn't pay, of course, because it was trade, but it is. I guess he's trying to offset some of his expenses and make some money back on it. I can understand that, having made my own deck before, obviously. But it's still really expensive. But if you can get it cheap, hey, why not? That is what I've got, though. I'll see you next time.